Okay, I have here Mike Turner, and he is one of the writers on the song Colors and Hues. And we're going to do an interview with Mike. And Mike, what was your initial inspiration for writing Colors and Hues?
I was asked to do a live Zoom presentation, songs on various social justice topics. And I had written a lot of songs on topics like poverty and unemployment and homelessness, but I hadn't written anything that dealt with racial divides and the racial issues that we're facing all around the world, and particularly here in the United States. So I wanted to write something to include in this program. And I know Jane Shields in the UK, who is probably one of the most prolific songwriters that I'm acquainted with, and I've worked with her on a couple of other songs. And so I got a hold of her to ask her if she had anything. And she did. She had a lyric that she had written called Black and White, which really touched on some of the points that I wanted to make about how we're really all the same inside. Our outward appearances are really superficial to who we really are. And so her lyric, Black and White, became the starting point. We wanted to open it up to talk about other people of color and even bring in the LGBT community with some rainbow imagery. So that's how we got started, and that's how we really kind of put it together. And then ironically, I didn't do the Zoom program that we had written it for. The program got canceled. And so at that point, we had a pretty good demo, and I thought that, it might be good for the World Peace label. So we pitched it, and you picked it up and ran with it.
Okay, great. Uh, what do you intend the listener to take away from the song?
I've mentioned it already. The major message of this song is that our outward differences are really superficial. What counts is who we are inside. We all have hearts that beat the same way. We all have hopes and fears and dreams. Those are the things that we share as common members of humanity. And the purpose of the song and the hope of the song is that we'll concentrate on those things that we share, those things that are similar, and use those to go forward together to make a better world.
Okay. Uh, and what's your hope for world peace in the future?
I really believe that we can achieve world peace. It is my hope that people will reach out to share the common things that we have between us and to use those as the basis for coming together, stopping conflict, stopping struggle, concentrating on the needs of the world in terms of racial harmony, in terms of economic sufficiency, in terms of freedom and self-determination. We need to do those things together, and we can focus on doing those things together when we recognize that we share more things than divide us.
And Mike, you're a pretty prolific lyricist and songwriter. So what I'm going to do is after this, or on the YouTube channel that we're going to be putting this interview on, I'm going to put some links to some of your other songs on our label. But you're also a very prolific and published poet. So, do you want to mention something about where we can find some of your poetry?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been writing songs almost 10 years now, and with the label, a couple of years, right?
Mhm.
Since we've been up with the label. But a couple of years back, about 3 years back, I realized that there were some things that I wanted to say, some issues that I wanted to address that really didn't lend themselves to song. I mean, there are certain conventions to song about repetitiveness and structure and things like that. And I wanted to get away from that for some of the things that I wanted to talk about. So I started writing poetry, and I've been very blessed, really, with the response to that. I'm coming up on my 200th poem that will be published in literary journals and anthologies. And last year, a publisher who had read some of my work online approached me and wanted to do a collection. So I had a book come out last July. It's called Visions and Memories. It's available on Amazon in print and in ebook form. But if people want to follow my songwriting and my poetry writing, the best place to do that is on Facebook. You can find me at www.facebook.com/Mike Turner Songwriter. I post up just about everything that I get published. I post the links to, and when I've been fortunate enough to have songs come out on the label or songs that I'm doing on my own label, I post up the links there for people to go and listen.
Okay, and I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. Okay, so we are going to play your song, Colors and Hues, in its entirety. We had an introduction at the beginning of this, and then at the end of this, we'll play the entire song right now.
All hearts beat the same underneath our skins. Outward colors are not who we are within. Look inside, we'll find what's different fades from view. We're all the same colors, a rainbow of life's vibrant hues. Too much in life, we use outward colors, our world to divide. We must unite, we'll find what's in common when we look inside. All hearts beat the same underneath our skins. Outward colors are not who we are within. Look inside, we'll find what's different fades from view. We're all the same colors, a rainbow of life's vibrant hues. Bigotry, hate, and racism, violence are rooted in fear. Trust and relate as sisters and brothers, let love draw us near. All hearts beat the same underneath our skins. Outward colors are not who we are within. Look inside, we'll find what's different fades from view. We're all the same colors, a rainbow of life's vibrant hues. We're much more alike than colors make seem. We all have our hopes, desires, and dreams. Let's join hand in hand, embrace all our hues. You'll see the real me, I'll see the real you. All hearts beat the same underneath our skins. Outward colors are not who we are within. Look inside, we'll find what's different fades from view. We're all the same colors, a rainbow of life's vibrant hues. Look inside our hearts, you will see me, and I will see you. We're all the same colors, we're rainbows of life's vibrant hues.